Good morning, YouTube. It's about 8 o'clock this morning, and I have decided that today is the day that I pull the flywheel off of the Prelude. This is a TrueGrip flywheel. FX Racing is who it's made by, and I got it for free, and it's been nothing but problems. I've gone through and used about 3 different types of Loctite to try to hold the pressure plate bolts down onto the flywheel, and like some of them are somewhat working and others are not. So I'm just gonna go back to an OEM flywheel. So unfortunately I have some work ahead of me, but I'm gonna put you on a time lapse so that you guys can watch. Alright guys, well I pulled the trans here. As you can see, just some of the damage from that pressure plate bolt come loose. It broke a web in here, which isn't that big of a deal. It impacted the side of the case in here, made a little dent, but other than that, I got very lucky. I didn't break any of the actual gear set housing parts, which would have leaked all of my transmission oil or 5W30 oil out of the transmission. But now we have the transmission off and we have the flywheel exposed. Turn on my headlamp here. You can see there's the clutch, broken bolt up top there. But I gotta get the rest of these bolts off or snap them off. And then I'm pulling this flywheel and putting the OEM one on there. So we're gonna get that done here shortly and then continue on to making this thing a powerhouse. So I'm gonna get back to it. I have my flywheel here. I just put red Loctite, which is 272. It's this stuff right here. A lot of people use it on crank bolts. So I had the bolts in there, red Loctited. I just took them down till they were snug to keep the flywheel up against the crank. And a lot of people have problems trying to keep this still when they're tightening it. Well, one way to do that is to grab a bolt from your transmission setup or wherever and shove it right down in between the parts of the case here. Let me get on my back. Shove it right down in the case here. That way it binds up against it while you're trying to torque it. And these bolts get torqued to 76 foot-pounds. And then your clutch pressure plate gets tightened down to 20 foot-pounds or 19 foot-pounds. All right guys, well I did the flywheel bolt up to 76 foot-pounds. I did my star pattern tightening, and I have since installed my pressure plate. And this is pretty much the same operation that you would do if you do a clutch change. But that's how you do it, guys. So we're gonna keep on moving and put this transmission back together so we can drive this thing.